What's going on, everybody? Cornbread Trucker here, coming to you from the Pilot Flying J here in Williams, Iowa, where I'm waiting to go pick up a load early morning, and that load will head me towards the house where I'm going to spend a couple of days visiting with a friend and his family that's coming in from the UK, and then I'm going to get back out for about, I think about 2.5 weeks before I'll have to be back to go on my cruise. So, but anyways, you know, I hate when I make mistakes. And actually, what I'm going to talk to you about really wasn't a mistake. It came down to laziness. And the reason I'm doing this video is just to kind of help maybe say something to new people getting into this business. You know, you just can't be lazy, and it's easy to do something that looks so simple. And what happened was really simple, but it was easy to fix the problem, but it would have been easier to fix the problem initially, but I put it off. So back when I was doing flatbed, I had them, when I was getting the DPF filters changed, I had them put new air lines on the back, and electrical, so 3 lines. I had a leak on one of the lines where I think what had happened was I'd probably dropped a tarp, you know, down on the lines, probably more than once, when either getting it out of the rack or maybe deciding I didn't want to use it, or maybe, well, it's just hard to say, but I know I've dropped tarps. That's my assumption, is that I had just kind of wore the line where the fitting was at, and it started pulling the hose away from the fitting. But anyway, so ended up forming a little leak there, and so I had them replace that line, and the technician, you know, he just kind of set everything up the best that he could. We didn't have a trailer on, and whenever I went to reefer division, I had noticed that it was on occasion, if I had to jackknife the trailer pretty hard in order to get into a spot, the emergency line was being pulled up, and basically it was stretching the cables, but it is still putting enough tension on it that it was pulling the emergency line up. And so I knew I needed to make an adjustment and get a little bit more slack into it, but I just kept, it was cold out, and I just kept making an excuse. So I'll get it later, I'll get it later. And finally the other day I was had the jackknife into a spot, and when I got out I could hear the leak, and well, ends up I found that this time, instead of it pulling the emergency line up, it caught just right. The line must have caught just right around the reefer and things, that it pulled back on it and cracked the glad hand on the trailer. And so I ended up having to get that replaced. Easy fix and all that, but you know, it's something that shouldn't have happened. And it was just, all I had to do was get out my wrench or socket, loosen up the lock nut that's on the clamp, and just put a little bit more slack into the line, and then tighten it back up. And I just was lazy. It was cold, didn't want to get out and do that. Here I am, I get out, I get underneath the hood, I checking things out. There's so many things that I do. I get up underneath the trailers, and I do a good inspection, but I was just lazy in that one little simple fix. And I suspect a lot of us do that from time to time. But it really aggravates me, because it's something that I could have easily taken care of myself, and just, I don't know. I mean, I'm not beating myself up over it too bad, but I was pissed at myself, because I just don't like doing things like that, and it's really not in my nature. But that was, for some reason, that I just kept putting that little fix, real little fix off, and and basically it became a bigger issue because of that. And so, small little things, it could have maybe turned into something bigger. Would have had it cracked and I had not caught it, and then I had a DOT inspection or something, So, lesson to me, just take care of the shit. And hopefully, by me sharing this video with you, maybe it will kind of maybe help motivate you too, if you need it. Don't be like me and just be a little lazy on something like that. Just take care of it. If you're not sure how to take care of an issue, ask someone. There's still a lot of good drivers out here that would be more than happy to at least show you what you need to do if you told them you had a problem. Some not, definitely it's not like it was at one time. I remember an issue I had. So back in, I think this was early 2000, somewhere in there. I had taken a load. That's kind of coincidence. So I had taken a load of batteries out of, I think I picked them up in Salina, Kansas, out of Exide. I think that's where it's at. And maybe McPherson. I'm pretty sure it was Salina. No, I'm definite. It was probably, well, I don't know. I don't remember. But anyways, I had gotten this load, and I should have pulled into, there was a scale. I had gone back to Wichita. I was heading out to California. I'd gone back to Wichita, and in Park City on the north side, there's not even really a true trek stop, but they have a scale there, and I should have pulled in there and scaled it, and I didn't. So anyways, I got out to Bakersfield, California, and gone to bed. And then that night, real early in the morning, I got up, and I was kind of a little suspicious that I might have been overweight. Again, I could have got on the scale there. Matter of fact, I stayed at that Flying J there in Barstow. If you've been out there, and that was back before Pilot even owned Flying J. But anyways, I got up early that morning and was heading out across the Mojave there, heading up to Tehachapi. And if you've been out across there, you've been across Tehachapi, there's a scale house up there, but it used to be further down, as I recall, actually kind of before you started climbing the mountain towards Tehachapi. But anyways, I ended up, I had an airline that, and I don't remember exactly what happened, but ended up leaking on my way out there, and I lost air pressure, and so I had to get off onto the shoulder. And another truck driver had had pulled in behind me, and he just so happened to have, I can't remember if he had a repair kit or if he had another airline. And maybe it wasn't, maybe it was electrical. Maybe that was what the issue was. It might have been the electrical line. But anyhow, he had another one, and he wouldn't even let me pay him for it. And that's the way, you know, a lot of older truck drivers was. And I think even today you find those drivers that, you know, they're always willing to help somebody out. Really great guy. However, so the thing about that was, prior to that happening, that scale house was closed. And back then, just about everybody had a CB radio then, and drivers communicated with each other. And that was the talk that morning was, you know, everybody is keeping an eye on the chicken coop. And it was closed. And so that little bit of time that we had stopped, that I was stopped and then he had stopped and helped me out, that chicken coop had just opened up. And so anyways, and that goes back to being lazy. This just goes back to being lazy. So I got up to that chicken coop, sure as shit, it's open. And I was overweight, and it would have been a quick fix, quick easy fix, but you know, just slide in the tandems. But I chose to be lazy, and it bit me in my ass. So, you know, anytime I choose, I don't do it often, but anytime I choose to be a little lazy, it will bite me in my ass. So just if that means anything to anybody, just don't be lazy. Don't do what I have done and what I've did, because you know, that shit, it's my fault. It pisses me off, and then I chew on it for a while. And I really don't like to talk about stuff until after I've chewed on it for a little while and kind of got over it. So, and even small little stuff, you know, just kind of really digs at me, gets under my skin. So anyways, hope that helps someone. Kind of maybe helps remind you that, hey, let's just take care of the small things before they become bigger things. And that even goes again, you know, just being willing to go put yourself on the scale, you know, just to make sure. We've got these weigh rights in the truck. I think that's what you call it, weigh right or whatever. But you know, they work pretty good as long as they're calibrated, and you never know on the trailer most of the time whether they're calibrated or not. And if people do the right thing and calibrate them and then maybe put a date in on them or something, that's great. But you know, it's not a perfect system, and when you're really close, you know, it helps to pull on that scale, save yourself. That ticket might run you $13.50 or whatever, but for, you know, getting on the scale, but it's better than getting on a DOT scale and finding out what they're going to charge you. You know, that's one you'll chew on for a little bit. So, man, the last few days, I'm glad I got food in the truck, but sometimes I even get tired of that stuff. But the last few days, it just seems like everywhere I stop, all there is a Subway. Man, I'd really love for Pilot Flying J to mix it up a little more than what they do, but I mean, the sandwiches are good, and they have the protein bowls and all that, but to be honest, I'm kind of getting tired of the same vegetables. You know, they just don't have a big selection of vegetables. So I'd love to see something. And I don't know, you know, I haven't really sat down and thought about it. You know, what else could you put on a sandwich but man, it'd be nice to have something different. So, but anyways, hopefully, I'll just, make sure I don't stop somewhere that's got a Subway the next few days. Man, I can't wait to get home, get some good food, see the wife, spend a little time with her, and go see a good friend of mine and meet his family that's coming over from the UK to visit. I really look forward to that, and really looking forward to getting on this cruise. Definitely need that break. So, but like I said, a few more days I'll be home, stay home a couple of days, and then be out about 2.5 and head back home and then go on a cruise. So, but anyways, that's about all I got. As always, keep paying it forward, stay safe. We hope to see you soon. Have a good one.